Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, I'm going to share with you, for all those who love to trade, say, the E-mini S&P 500, I'm going to share my trading strategy with you for this particular market. It is going to be very simple, nothing complex, so please pay attention from beginning to end on this full tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to share with you or show you, if anyone's interested in, trying to make at least like $200 a day, $250 a day or more, okay? You don't need to trade multiple times, because I'm going to say this right now, the more you engage, the more time you spend in the markets, you're going to lose, all right? Minimize the number of trades that you're actually taking, whether it's going to be one or actually two. This is going to help you make money and stay consistently profitable. Understand that, okay? So if you have a goal of making, let's say, $200, $250, $500 a day, please pay attention because it does not take much. One E-mini contract, okay, trading 5 points will net you $250. So take a look. If you know anything about, say, for example, the tick size, okay, the value of these actual contracts being traded, especially with the E-mini S&P 500, for every point on the S&P 500 futures market, okay, it's worth $50. That is going to be $12.25 a tick. So if we're going just for a minimum of 5 points and every point is worth 50, guys, okay, that is $250 trading one E-mini contract. That's it. All right. So 5 points is very easy to get off the ES a day, by scalping. And I'm going to share with you my specific strategy. Okay. Now that's going to be $250 before, any kind of small commissions you may have to pay. But, I aim for like maybe 10 plus points, 7, 8, 9, on the ES when I do trade that particular market, but I'm trading, a couple more contracts, whatever the case is. But $250 per day adds up to be, at the end of the week, that's a very good amount of money. That's $1,250. Do that times 5. If you could do it every day, $1,250. Imagine doing that 4 times doing that every week for 4 weeks in the month. That's $5,000 extra income that you can actually make, or you could possibly make this a living for yourself and trade full time. So here is the tutorial breakdown. Nothing complex. But I'm going to say this right now, as I've said across my channel multiple times, there are concepts that you need to master. And the number one concept is going to be market structure. Please hear me when I say that again. The number one concept that you need to master, put time in the game, spend time on these charts, perfecting, is going to be market structure. I did a great video on this within the private community for the elite and the ultra elite supporters, and I thank all of you guys who are part of that community because you're supporting the efforts of the channel. That is where you're really going to understand and learn the actual strategy and how I personally trade, which makes money. Okay, if you don't believe me, you can come over and ask some of the Discord members. Check out the testimonials channel on the Discord channel and our server, and you will see people are passing their evaluations, becoming funded, taking payouts, using the same exact strategy. It works. You'll see all the positive and wonderful comments that people are leaving us as well. But I appreciate everyone who's part of the Discord and all the members who are part of either the elite or the ultra elite supporter group membership. If you want to become a member, see that join tab right below the video. It says JOIN, join. Click on that. You'll see the tiers there. I'll talk about it towards the end. But let's go ahead and rock and roll, okay? First and foremost, we got to figure out the direction. That's called structure. What are we doing? We're either bullish, bearish, or ranging. If the market is making higher highs and higher lows and breaking structure, we are looking to only trade in one particular direction. Each time it takes out a high, breaks structure, pushes up, makes a new high, pulls back, breaks more structure higher. We are looking to only take demand setups, not supply. Supply is the reverse of, okay? So with that being said, as long as we're bullish, I'm looking to go long, okay? So a lot of people like to kind of picture this as being, this be your left shoulder, this be your head, this be your right shoulder right here. So that would be like the head and shoulder pattern, okay? If the market comes down and breaks below this low right here, then we are going to flip and be reversing to the downside. That's a change of character, a lot of you like to call it. but we will be moving to the downside from there. Now, as you notice, this is an example I'm going to share with you. As you notice, the market comes down. It's making a low, lower high, lower lows, but we don't break below that area there. This is a full swing right here. This is your left shoulder, okay? And so, for example, if the market is coming down, we make a low, but then we start pushing back to the upside. Say we start making higher highs and higher lows. Because we're overall still bullish, I am going to keep my same bias direction and being bullish. All I'm going to do is look for opportunities to mark up a zone. It could be here in the 320 range, or it could be on my lower base. I mean, not say lower base, but it could be one chart as I step down from my 320. No, I'm sorry, not 320. This is a 60 range chart. Let me say this right now because I'm thinking about the NASDAQ, guys. Trading the ES futures. I trade range bar charts, okay? So I'm not trading time-based charts, but the same methodology or strategy, it follows suit because we're just using top-down analysis. We're starting from a higher base chart to determine the direction, and then we can mark up a zone there where the supply or demand, and just move down from one chart to the next till we get to our final entry chart to be able to, scalp and look for a trade, okay? Now, in this right here on the 60 range chart on the ES, E-mini S&P 500, I am using a 60 range, a 30 range, and then a 12 range, which is my entry chart. Okay, those are the three top or primary charts that I'm looking at. But I always start with my 60 first, and then I'm seeing that we're doing what? We're pushing to the upside. We're still bullish overall. I don't really see an area. Well, this is an actual area of demand right here. I can mark that up off the higher base chart. So if I was to mark this up, on the higher base chart, I'll say, okay, that's an area of demand right there. It's high probability. Market comes down to it, okay? What am I then doing? Once it gets to the zone, I'm basically going to scale down or move down to my lower base chart because it's called top-down analysis. Then what I'll do is look for some opportunity, okay, because now on the 30 range chart, we're looking bearish now. We've done broke structure coming to the downside. So keep that in mind too. As you start to scale down or move down from one chart from a higher base to even a smaller chart, you're going to notice that the higher base chart may be showing you a bullish direction, but the lower base or chart on which you scale down to may be showing you a bearish direction. Wait to that chart. This chart here, which is now a 30 range chart, basically sets itself back up to where it is moving in the same direction. Okay, so we're back, pushing from bearish back to bullish, where the market is now, instead of being bearish, it's taking out bullish. It starts to create bullish structure back to the upside where it's taking out bearish structure. All this is bearish structure. The market starts making higher highs and higher lows, putting us back into a directional push back to the upside, okay? So we're taking out this bearish structure. So we're making higher highs and higher lows back to the upside. If I was to mark up this zone right here, this demand area here, off of the 30 range chart, now we've got confluence. We've got a higher base 60 range zone and a 30 range demand zone as well, okay? I would be interested in looking for opportunity to trade from this area right here on the actual pullback, because now we are moving higher, breaking structure to the upside. It makes a high, higher low, higher high. If it came back to this area right here on a pullback, prior to it breaking higher right there, I would have looked for an area to go long off of there just as well. Meaning on a pullback to this 30 range, I would have marked that up. But it didn't. So it pushed higher, came back, slight break of structure above that high there. I'm going to mark up my 30 range demand zone. Okay. So now we got a 60 range demand zone. We're bullish. Now we got the 30 range demand zone, will push us back in the direction with the 60 range demand zone. Then just move down to a lower base entry chart, whatever that may be. For me, it's going to be my 12 range chart. I'm going to look for rejection, small area maybe of demand, and then I'm going long back to the upside. I'm going to aim for the highs right here around 7,446 or 45 area. My stop loss is going to go on the back end here at 7,426. I'll give myself maybe for the ES about 2 points, maybe tops 3 points, but that's going to be it. So somewhere between maybe 8 and 10 ticks right there, okay, on the ES, all right? The NASDAQ's a little bit different, but in terms, I talk about that in many videos, but still on the NASDAQ, I'm not looking to risk more than 3 or 4 points on the back end of a stop, because you don't ever want to place your stop right there at the back end, tick to tick, because if they push up, or the market pushes up, comes back, it more likely it may be trying to retest this area to stop all those traders out, people who have buy stops here, maybe even sell stops, whatever the case is. But either way, what I'm trying to say is that you become liquidity. So give that stop some, some room to breathe, okay? But again, mark up the higher base zone on your higher base chart, overall we're bullish, demand zone. Then move down to a lower base chart, say for example the 30 range. It starts to break structure back to the upside, putting us right back in position with the higher range. And then just look for a demand setup where the market's breaking structure on the 30 range, mark up a demand area. As it pulls back to it, then just scale down to your lower base chart, your entry chart. Look for rejection to go long, okay? In this case here, I would aim for the high back up here off of my 30 range chart in this area right here, definitely around here at 7,446, all right, or 45 area. This is how I scalp each and every day. It's a very easy or simple trading strategy that you can use to make $200, $250 off of the ES, which is the E-mini S&P 500 daily, okay? Just one trade, trading, going for 5 points, and you do that once a day, guys. You can make some decent money, all right? So hopefully this is has been very helpful, this video here, this breakdown here. But I wanted to share that with you because I know people are also trading the E-mini S&P 500, and it is a great market to trade. The margins are pretty low, to be honest with you. I think it's depending on your broker. Some brokers are $500, some maybe like $400, and that's great. But the tick value is $12.50 a tick. That's $50 an actual point. Every point you make is $50, all right? But yeah, if you're interested in becoming an elite member, to where I really break down lots of valuable information that's not shared here on the public side of the channel. Pretty much the blueprint, the cornerstone of how I personally trade using this strategy, to where I walk you through example after example after example. These are trades that I've posted over on the Discord, trades I've personally taken. Then I break them down like you're sitting, as if you're sitting right next to me, virtually, whatever the case is. But it's like you're being in a classroom environment. I'm actually sharing with you my mindset, the thought process behind every trade. Why did I take the trade? The breakdown in regards to structure, market structure, price action, stop loss placement, profit target areas, and just so much more information, guys, from a top-down analysis standpoint, okay? But you also received the video playlist and a great video I did surrounding market structure for those that don't understand that concept. I really go into deep on that video there, okay? But yeah, that's $6.99 a month for anyone who's interested in joining us all through YouTube, through the YouTube membership program. All you have to do is click that join tab you see right in front of the video there, or you can scroll down to the description portion of the video, and you'll see a link there that's pretty much titled Elite and Ultra Elite Supporter, membership or whatever. You can click on that, and it'll take you to the same place. You'll see a few tiers pop up, so choose either if you want to, the Elite or the Ultra Elite tier, okay? Again, it's only $6.99 a month. I don't have a course, a mentorship program. I'm just sharing with you, those are the perks and rewards that you receive by supporting the channel, okay? That's what you're doing when you click that join and you want to become a member of the channel itself. You're supporting the efforts of the channel, okay? But outside of that, guys, that's really all I have for you today. I appreciate everyone that spends time watching the video content. If you can do me this biggest favor, if you haven't already done so, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel right now. As soon as you do that, do me the biggest favor and smack that like button as well, that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. Take care, everyone. That's all I have. I'll see you in the very next video.